Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Nicole, and thank you to our shareholding ministers for some excellent messages there. The very essence of what we're trying to do. And boy, do we have a big agenda in front of us over the next few years. Approximately 300 kilometres of new transmission across the major reinforcement and connections work here in the region. 3 new substations, Gladstone West, Mount Ben, Castle Creek, 4 new synchronous condensers to maintain system strength. We have 57 people permanently based in Gladstone, including 16 apprentices. There's a potential for more than $4 billion worth of investments by Powerlink in this region over the next decade. 50 million is going to be spent with local businesses by our contractor BMD Constructions through the clearing and access contracted works for stage 1 of our Calvale to Calliope. I hope Calliope, there we go. I'm getting used to it. But what I can tell you is there's 188 towers, 1,200 kilometres of 275 kV double circuit, high temperature conductor, over 51,000 insulators, 8,000 tonnes of tower steel, and over 202 kilometres of access tracks. So it's a huge commitment. In case any of you didn't realise who we are, here's Powerlink. Quite the transmission system stretching from the border with New South Wales all the way up to Cairns. It's an extensive system. It's one of the big premier transmission systems in the world, actually. You may have detected I'm not a native Queenslander myself, but I've known and studied power systems around the world, and I have to tell you this is one of the best. It's also an enormous technical challenge to move power around. And we're faced with a further technical challenge now, of course, because things are changing and changing very fundamentally on our power system. But yes, we own, develop, maintain and operate the high voltage transmission system for Queenslanders on behalf of all Queenslanders. We support not just 5 million Queenslanders, but over 240,000 businesses. And we've over 15,000 kilometres of network, of circuit network with 154 substations. So it's quite the job. And it's a very robust asset. Queenslanders can be very proud of it. It's stood the test of many storms, and it's been built up and invested in over decades. And you can see where we are in the electricity supply chain. We're that piece that takes the power from generation stations and delivers it down to our distribution colleagues and retail colleagues, and ultimately to customers, small, medium and large throughout Queensland. What it's really about in this business, it's actually a very simple business. It's all about being a safe, reliable and affordable electricity system. We're a network. We exist simply for our customers. And those are the 3 things that we keep closest to our heart: safety, reliability, and affordability. That's what it's all about. We have an amazing pipeline of developments throughout Queensland. They are on that slide. You can see the concentration of new developments. Everything from batteries to solar to hydro to coal to wind to gas. It's all happening here in this wonderful energy intensive system. And so there's very significant development going on, a massive pipeline of work. And you can see here in central Queensland that there is a very significant effort here as well. 30 projects are at the inquiry stage, representing over 15 gigawatts to be connected to the system. We have an amazing set of projects that are actually under construction as well, combining with over a gigawatt of energy. So 12 projects are also operational, combining a maximum of over 5.5 gigawatts of energy. So these are very, very significant numbers. The Gladstone region actually accounts for around 20% of Queensland electricity use. Powerlink's work is in enabling the heart of our power system to evolve and remain strong for generations to come. As Queensland's generation mix and energy mix evolves, It's about maintaining a strong power system, which will help ensure communities and industry continue to receive stable, reliable electricity. A very important task, the very essence of an essential service. We are doing this, of course, by reinforcing our network, installing systems to maintain a strong and reliable network, and enabling connections of new generation. So it's very, very important that we get it right. Economically, socially, everything you need, you have to, it all drives back towards an electricity system. So yes, we're going to be ever present in this area. But today, one of the things I want to announce is our Central Queensland Community and Social Investment Programme. So we're going to release over the coming years $4 million into the local community here in Central Queensland. This is about local community investment, grants and support for local events, community capacity and resilience, legacy and regional investment, because we want to make sure that there's something left behind for those people in this region who are hosting our assets and will be hosting them for 40, 50 years into the future. So it's an important program, and we are going to make sure that we draw on the findings of our social impact assessment. We're going to hold a regional stakeholder engagement workshop in Q3 to co-design the approach for allocating that $4 million in Central Queensland. We're going to establish a tailored community and social investment approach for Central Queensland. And we're going to fund the community capacity for resilience and leave a legacy behind of regional investment from 2027 on the ground forward. So we really need your help. We've done our work in terms of studies, but we're not foolish enough to design something as impactful as this without your help and assistance. So please participate. Thank you very much. That's about all I want to say today. I will be up later on, but right now I'll hand back to Nicole, and I'll be happy to take some questions later on.